Well, now that we've driven it off the trailer and given it a nice, good, thorough cleaning underneath and thorough cleaning of the wheels and the engine bay, I thought I'd do a video of sort of what I found with the new car, and it's actually not too bad. The story behind this goes: this was a movie set car. Driven around in Vancouver for the last few years, and the car is exceptionally low mileage. I'll show you that in a second. And obviously you can see that it's been painted this fairly nice blue color, but if you're savvy, you can see that the car did used to be red, so this has been resprayed for the purposes of being used in movies and stuff like that. Nevertheless, the car was super cheap, like too cheap. I feel now like I've robbed the guy, but that was his own choice, and he thanked me for taking it off his hands. So that's on him. Let's have a look here. The car overall is exceptionally clean, like exceptional. It's like a brand new car. The top is in fairly good condition. There's a couple of spots that could use attention, but overall, you know, the top works. It's functional. It doesn't leak. The rear defroster works on the glass, so it's good for now. And you know, it's not a massive deal if it's not grid anyway, because I mean, you can get new tops, and although it looks like a headache to change, it is a doable thing. So we'll have a look inside here. Inside here is the pretty pristine leather tan interior. Let's have a see here. Carpets are nice and clean. Although I'm looking at the camera, it doesn't look that clean, but actually they are pretty damn clean. So here's our, our automatic. Let's have a seat. 1994, so it's the airbag model. It also has ABS anti-lock brakes. So yeah, she's pretty pristine overall. Let's have a look behind me here. Seats are nice. I got some OEM Saab parts to go with it. And of course the full owner's manual and everything is included as well. Here's the mileage in kilometers, I should say, not here's the kilometers. 125,000. That's like exceptionally low, so almost insane. And the owner of this car, who he bought it from the production company, he swore that the head gasket in this car was blown. So we're gonna go look at that, which is why the car was so cheap. So in his opinion, the head gasket was blown. Let's have a look here at this pristine engine. Oh, look at the red. So this thing is absolutely mint clean. Absolutely everywhere. It's like a brand new car, this thing. So nevertheless, guy thought the head gasket was blown. I see no evidence whatsoever after driving it around and doing some tests. I have those little test strips you throw on the cooling system, and it tells you if there's combustion gas in there. No, nothing like that present. There is a cooling system issue, and that's nothing to do with the head gasket. That's really just, there's a fan issue. And so I think what the owner was thinking was, because the thing was overheating all the time and boiling over, that it was a head gasket, because these 2.1 liter non-turbo engines have a bit of a reputation these days now, because the alloys in the block reacted with the alloy in the cylinder head and caused some premature corrosion on the head gasket. But I mean, once you do the head gasket, these are perfectly good engines for, you know, you could do 500,000 kilometers on these engines, no problem at all. So like even the damn air conditioning box is sparkly clean. So I see no evidence of the head gasket being an issue, and other than the cooling system problem related to the fans. Let's have a look here. So it looks like the fan switch is kaput, because when the fan turns on, it only runs for about a second and a half and then turns off. So it seems like there's a switch or maybe even a relay issue with the fan. But with the fan only running for a second and a half, it quickly overheats, because a second and a half isn't enough fan for it to ever cool down. So we are going to overhaul this entire cooling system. After this long, all these original hoses and this death trap stupid heater control valve thing, or bypass valve, is is bound to be breaking anyway. So we're going to change to the old style heater hoses, put all new rad hoses on the, basically everywhere, new heater hoses, rad hoses. I'm going to take the rad out and make sure it's looking pretty good before I put it back on the road. And I probably will, just for safe measure, I'm going to probably do the head gasket anyway. Because when I go to resell this, either it be at the end of the summer or next year, the questions will come up, hey, how's the head gasket being done? And I'll be able to say affirmatively, yes, the head gasket was done. It was done properly. The valves were taken out, given a valve job. And so everything is good to go for another 250,000 kilometers. You can, at least you can say that with confidence. So I may throw a new head gasket on, a headset on there, and get that done while I do the cooling system, because everything's all in the cooling system's got to come off anyway. It needs a new belt because the previous owner was unable to get the belts on properly. He was having a lot of issues with them. So I'm going to just pull all of it apart because I don't really trust that the belts are done correctly. And so I'm just going to do it all over again. So I'm just going to basically undo everything that the previous owner has done just to make sure that it is proper and good before I give it to the girlfriend to drive around this summer. So yeah, you can see this thing is absolutely, like, there's no dirt on this, like even way down in the depths. There's no dirt on this damn thing. The engine block is still nice and red. So yeah, this thing is a bit of a gem for sure. There's some issues. Obviously, I'm not really sure what the deal is with the zip ties on the headlight is. So that'll have to be investigated. Probably end up getting a replacement part there. The wheels are really, really nice. I mean, I'm not a fan of those wheels, but they're really nice for her. So we'll have a look in the trunk here. Bumpers are a little bit, sunburnt, but it's pretty normal. The trunk is missing all of its stuff. I'm not really sure what the deal with that is. So I have a friend locally. We're going to trace his trunk panel piece of wood, and then I'm going to just make a new one so nobody would know the difference. And I'll put I think there's a hinge. If I'm not mistaken, there's a hinge in there somewhere too. So, and then, the spare tire is, I don't know where it actually goes in this car. I'll have to look at the owner's manual, but there is a spare tire. It's over there, wherever I washed it. So we'll deal with all the stuff in the trunk and get this panel back in. Again, the fuel, there's supposed to be a cap on that. I'm not sure why that's missing either. So I may or may not track one of those down as well. So definitely a few hands have been in this car. Definitely done some dicking around with things that they've had no right touching, I think. So at this point, we are just going to have a really good look at the car and get her all back to glory. So yeah, there she is. Geez, that looks weird with the red on blue. Anyway, bye for now.